D
E
P
R
E
S
S
I
O
N. Depression can be a result of one or a combination of factors. These factors include biological, psychological, and environmental factors. Biologically, a depressed person has an imbalance of naturally occurring substances called neurotransmitters in the brain or spinal cord. Psychologically, a depressed person can be determined by the way they view or they think about life. For instance, if an individual was brought up into a family that was really, really strict, or when they had like a very rough childhood, that person is at a higher risk of being stressed later on in life. Environmentally stressful situation can cause us to be stressed. For instance, if one was to lose their loved one, or if they got divorced, or if they're having a really rough financial situation, that can really up their depressed chances. Also, we have social isolation and periods of relationship conflict, whether in a marriage or family related situation. It can also be chances of being depressed can also be increased by the demands of work. If you have a really, really demanding work where you have no time to yourself and you're constantly doing something, not taking time to actually think about you, that can up your chances of being depressed. And lastly, a person's stress chances can be increased by health issues. Let's say if you were to find out that you have a chronic illness that does not allow you to be as physically active as you used to be, or that limits you, that can cause you to be depressed too. When reaching out to a depressed person, you should acknowledge that depression is just an illness. Realize that isolation is a symptom of depression. Don't distance yourself from a loved one who has depression, and recognize your limitation.
I was diagnosed through parental observations and medical personnel. I was diagnosed as early as 6 years old. Well, I didn't realize I had depression until I was just about an adult. But when I understood that I had a depression, it gave explanation to why I felt so negative and why I felt so blue and whatnot. I was initially treated through medication, but within the last year and a half, I decided that I wanted to work with my body without the need of medication. For the most part, it's pretty much working. I mean, some days I still feel like don't feel like doing anything, but I can push through it, and I'm better for that. Every day there's challenges. I mean, one of the hardest parts of having depression is that I have to wake up each and every day, and the first challenge is getting out of bed, and then just trying to stay positive throughout the day, and having an outgoing personality, and trying to hold that smile on my face till I go to sleep. It affects my social life by the fact that some days I feel like I don't really want to do anything and just really want to hide in my own little social bubble and either stay in bed and kind of relax or watch TV, or basically that I just want to have some downtime or whatever. And other times, I am not affected by it at all, and I can have a good time with my friends. When I'm distracted from depression, I can have a good time. It came with an understanding of the fact that I can have compassion for those that are in the same boat as me, that have similar emotions or similar feelings, and I can somewhat relate to how they are feeling, even if I don't know whether or not they're suffering from depression.